Good morning, dear friends. What a joy it is for me to welcome you once again. Took Meg, our dog, for a walk last Saturday. I take her every morning, normally down to the beach or to the Millennium Coastal Park. But last Saturday we went up to Swiss Valley. Meg had never been to Swiss Valley before, she's only 7 months old. I parked the car in Bellingwall and took the pathway opposite the church, right up along the river that leads eventually to the reservoir itself. I remember walking that path many times in the past, but I never realized, I'd forgotten possibly, how long a path it is. I thought it would be about 10 minutes. Well, it took about half an hour. And the path itself was very, very narrow. I walked along, and each step of the way, I could see the river at my left-hand side, the great fields that precede the reservoir itself on the right-hand side. The path was good, but along the way it was quite muddy. It was really quite muddy. There were patches of water, mainly from possibly rainfall or perhaps an overflow from the river. But someone had taken the wise and the very kind gesture of putting stepping stones across those areas. Several areas where it was so muddy, there were stepping stones, you could walk on them and go across. I thought that was very thoughtful. Then along the way, somebody put biblical texts on some of the trees along the way. And that was an encouragement as well. Well, eventually we got to the reservoir. We walked around the reservoir, took us a long time as well, and made our way eventually back to Bellingwall. It was a lovely walk. I hope that Meg enjoyed. I'm sure she did. I certainly did anyway. It is a joy to walk in God's beautiful creation, especially at this time of year when the weather is so lovely. Reminded me that we're all on a journey through life, are we not? It was William Williams Paterkelly who wrote that wonderful hymn, "Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty, hold me with thy powerful hand." It's wonderful to know that God is with us on the journey of life, with us when the sun is shining and when things are going well, but even more so when perhaps the clouds are over us and the terrain is very muddy, it is very confusing. There are problems, concerns and anxieties which sometimes invade our lives, sometimes quite suddenly and unexpectedly. Illness, bereavement, work problems, family problems, all of those sorts of things that can make the journey of life so difficult and sometimes so very, very hard. What then is the answer? Well, along the path from Bellingwall to Swiss Valley, someone had been so kind as to prepare the way of the path, if you like, putting those stepping stones along the way, those verses of scriptures on the trees, till eventually we got to the destination, the end of our journey. Friends, God is with us, and I know we live in a dark and evil world, and I know that on the way sometimes all sorts of problems and concerns shall arise. As a Christian minister, I am privileged sometimes when people share with me their problems. I hope I am able to help and to give them the assurance that they don't face not one step alone. But God is with us, and Jesus said, "I will never leave you or forsake you." And in the letter to the Hebrews, the writer gives us some sound advice, and he says, "Let us fix our eyes upon Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." And when we do that, the journey will become easier. The assurance of his presence will be our guide, and we will know that we will reach that destination one day, for God has promised in his word, and God always keeps his promises. Dear friends, I pray you will have a good day today. I pray the Lord will bless you and yours. And thank you once again for allowing me to be part of your day. I pray the Lord's blessing upon you and yours, and may the journey be good.